3 clues this morning. And let's see if we can't use these 3 clues to put together a decent plan of attack for us. And I'm then going to follow that plan later on this morning. The first clue we saw was an inside day. We are below the previous highs. We are above the previous lows. Inside day says, as I rise, sell previous high of day first. If we break through the previous high of day, I'm going to buy a pullback. But if that pullback fails, if we tumble back down below that previous high of day again, that's a big, bearish clue. So an inside day says trade inside the range. If we break out, buying pullbacks. If we fail at that breakout, huge clue, sell the failure or buy the failure back up. Second clue was the bear channel. Pretty easy to see the bear channel here. What does a bear channel tell me? It tells me the higher percentage trades are short. It also tells me sell the top of the channel, sell the bear channel highs. And remember, this is the big key. Find those levels of resistance overhead. And when the price breaks out of that bear channel, bam, sell it right back down. Okay, with the bear channel, I'm looking to sell. And then the third clue we got, and this clue gave us that personality trait. And this was one of the biggest reasons why we're confident trading fake outs this morning. And that is, there is your wedge. And so with your price wedge, it's a personality clue. A price wedge tells me, sell the highs, buy the lows. But the big thing is, a price wedge reminds me, if we break out, expect it to come right back in. We break out, come right back in. So what happened today? Well, we got our 3 clues. What happened this morning? We got a relatively bullish dollar news at 8:30. What's dollar bullish is crude bullish as well. Helps demand, Everyone's worried about crude oil demand right now. What's good for the U.S. is good for crude demand. A little bit better than expected non-farm payrolls. Pretty much as expected, except for that non-farm number. So of course, what do? We break out. And when we break out on our 21 range chart, we saw a picture perfect wave pattern. And so we're ready for it. We're waiting for the pullback. And then what happened? Momentum curls up and then breaks. Sellers all over the place and no buyers. So what do? Failure. You better believe it. We sell the failure. That's our first trade today. A fast track winner. It then brings us back below the previous high of day. Look out below, We sell below the previous high of day. Well, that failed. It went back up again, looking for one more wave pattern, And that one fails and we sell it back down. So the price wedge this morning, again, the price wedge said, expect those fake out breakouts. The bear channel said, look to the short side as the higher percentage side. And the previous high of day, if we got below that previous high of day, we're sellers. Above the previous high of day, we're looking for buyers. All together today, guys, had a great day, over 150 ticks of profit. Inside day says, as price rises up, I'm going to sell resistance first. Well, didn't get a chance to do that, because at 8:30 we break right through. Now that green line right there, that's going to be my wedge highs. Okay, the yellow line right here, that's going to be my previous high of day. Okay, so literally we've got everything right here happening at 8:30 this morning. So 8:30 rolls around, non-farm payrolls come out, slightly dollar bullish, which is crude bullish as well, What's good for the dollar right now is good for crude, for demand. We go right through. So of course, the first trade we see is a pullback trade. It happens right at 8:35. And again, we talked about this. It's very important we don't overtrade 8:35. Okay? A lot of times we're waiting until about 8:40, 8:45, until after the 8:30 news. Okay? We talked about that this morning. Very difficult to anticipate, what that reaction will be, because there's so much going on in non-farm payrolls. So we got a wave pattern long for the first trade. Works out fine. But I'm sitting on hands again because we talked about this. We're probably not going to get decent price action till 8:40, and we were waiting for that. Well, sure enough, new higher high, looking for another wave pattern, There's another wave pattern. Looks perfect. Well, follow me down bottom here. We got about halfway to our rules, and look what happens. Momentum is going to curl up, and then yoink, and it breaks. We also, of course, are reading tape. And on the tape, what are we seeing? We're seeing sellers, not the buyers we wanted. The speed is slowing down. And that's when we said, guys, this thing has a failure written all over it. We set it up for a fast track, gave everyone in the room this morning the exact entry, the exact stop, and the exact target. So wave pattern 1, too close to the news, we skip it. Wave pattern 2, look out below, it fails. I'm thinking now this thing will come right back down into that range below me. We had some major support in the 34 range trigger line right there. We take our profit off quickly and make 17 ticks per contract. Now 17 ticks per contract, that's a wave pattern short, a wave long that fails, turns into a two-step pattern short or a wave failure pattern. Okay, this is just one of those three fast tracks took today. Now 17 ticks per contract. You could trade this on one contract as a brand new trader, or trade this on 4 contracts, all right, and make 4 times the profit. It's that simple, guys. If you want to make more money, add more contracts. Like I always say, if you want to make more profit, don't add more strategies. Don't add more markets. Don't add more ideas. Just simply add more contracts. And I'll show you guys how to do that, whether you want to trade 1 contract or 100 contracts.